Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are back on the subreddit r/wedding shaming. So let's jump right in and shame some weddings. So first we have a post from Am I the Jerk? And it says, I don't know what the Am I the Jerk H. I don't know what that stands for saying no to the marriage proposal of the love of my life. Help. Am I the jerk? Help, I guess, maybe? Okay, first I have to explain myself. My 22 female significant other, 23 female of 5 years, knows I'm all about big milestone events. This type of girl that dreamt about her wedding for days when she was little, the type of girl that tried designing her own quinceañera dress because she wanted every single detail perfect. Some call me crazy because it's the family, friends, stories that matter, right? Wrong. I'm not superficial. I'm not materialistic. But it's important for me to create moments on places that you're never going to to forget. As I said, my girlfriend knows that. We've talked about marriage, we've talked about how our future would look like. She doesn't really care about this in the way I do, but she says yes to everything because she knows it makes me happy. Having that in mind, we can continue to this story everyone wants to read. I knew the day of the proposal was coming. I have this sixth sense where I know if something is happening or if a big change is coming. I was going crazy, making my nails, doing my hair, buying cute clothes just in case. Then it happened. She proposed in our bedroom. We were cuddling and watching my favorite show. She told me she was going to ask me something and just did. I laughed because I thought it was a joke. Um, and just said something like, yeah, just like you'll propose to me in our bedroom. And she grabbed a pink box from the nightstand and showed me a ring. I couldn't say anything at that moment. She asked me again, and I just watched her. I asked her if she was serious, and she told me that she was, that she wanted to spend her whole life with me. I quickly stood up, and she noticed that I wasn't happy because she quickly asked, "You're gonna say yes, right?" Of course, I wanted to say yes, but I looked around our room, a McDonald's bag because we just had it for dinner, our dog's toys on the floor, the laundry basket. Yeah, no, this wasn't how I imagined my dream proposal, and she knew this. Are you really proposing to me in our bedroom? I asked. I noticed how nervous she was. She started to get talking about how this is our comfort place, about how safe we feel here when we are together and stuff like that. And I said, no, this wasn't how I dreamed it would be, so I can't accept you here. I knew she wanted to cry, but she tried to hold it. She just stood up and left the bedroom. I said that we should talk about it, but she left. I heard her grabbing her keys and leaving the house. I think she's on her way to her mom's house. She's not texting me back or answering calls. This happened some days ago, and I still can't get in contact with her. Her mom just told me to leave her alone, to calm down. What'd I do? Am I the jerk for just trying to get the proposal of my dreams? Yeah, you're a little bit of a jerk. Uh, I don't think it matters where the proposal takes place. Uh, when the proposal takes place, if the person you love proposes to you and you love them, then you say yes. Um, it doesn't have to be how you dreamed it would be. A lot of things are not going to be how you dreamed they would be. But if you love that person, then what does it matter? All right. So we are doing a color scheme for our dress code. I really don't want any excuses on people showing up out of dress code. I created this Pinterest board, and I think what I want to do is add a smaller paper in our invites that talk about the dress code with a QR code to this board. I feel like neutral colors are pretty easy to come by. We're also requesting no overly busy prints. We want don't have many family photos with everyone, and we'd like to take this opportunity to get pics for our future home. Thoughts on how to clearly display the message through invites or feedback on boards? Okay. I mean, it's not a horrible idea, but neutrals? You want everybody in beige? The women in beige? Go wash everybody out. Ugh. All right, we have a story. Been planning a wedding for over a year, and a week before the newlyweds announced they are breaking up. That's gonna be tough for a wedding planner. Oof. Hi, so I'm an events planner, wedding planner. Are they basically the same thing? I have no idea. And I have a bunch of weddings. One particular couple I started working with a year ago were so in love, in my eyes. They were so simple, and the wedding would have been so cozy and sweet. Well, all good things must come to an end. When we were finishing up and I had just a few more questions for the couple, I sent an email a week before the actual celebration and got no response. That was weird, as the couple were so excited and texted, called, and emailed me basically every day and responded to me in minutes. The day after, I sent another email and got a response just from the bride. The groom wasn't CC'd, that they were no longer going through with the wedding and they cannot promise their love for each other. It was quite the shock, but a lot of money was on the line, so I started calling up vendors to cancel. Fast forward another day or two, I get an email from the bride explaining that the wedding day was so special to them and they've been waiting for it for so long that they decided to actually do a celebration after all. The catch is they called it a breaking up party. They did not inform their guest that it wasn't a wedding. All the guests came all glammed up while the bride wore black and the groom was a no-show. I have to say, it was one heck of a party. But there is more. Apparently, the groom didn't even know about this. The bride didn't want to lose the money they prepaid. The problem is, all the money came from the groom's account. Since the groom rarely replied to our conversation, I saw no problem. I've always talked mainly to the bride. The groom only joined in during the face-to-face meetings. This is a messy one, and I wonder, does this happen often? Also, thank you for reading. English is not my native language, so it is difficult to write everything as I wanted to. Wow, that is crazy. I hope that when the groom got the, well, I mean, it was prepaid, so I wonder when they paid. Did he like try to cash back on that? Ooh, that's messy. That is so messy, but funny. All right, we have a thing here. It says kindly reply by September 1st, 2023. It says kindly accepts, EXCEPTS, regretfully declines, name of guests attending, and then a little thing, will adults be attending the welcome party? Is anybody going to tell the person that designed this that they put the wrong accepts on there? Because it should be ACCEPTS. No? Nobody? Nobody's going to tell them? Oh, okay. All right. We have a post here on Facebook. Has anyone dealt with the sadness of a failed proposal? My fiance shows many symptoms of ADHD. Hey, don't mess with people with ADHD. I have ADHD. And has had many years of difficulty planning things thoroughly. But I think that could be the reason why he struggles with plans, and when multiple things pile up, he gives up and presents many half thought plans and doesn't follow through with things. He failed miserably with our first proposal, and when he tried redoing it, and and then he tried redoing it, and he hired a horrible photographer the second time. So we don't have any nice photos of the redo. I can't get into the wedding planning spirit because I'm absolutely bummed that I didn't get a dream proposal. Oh my goodness. I'm struggling to get over it because a nice proposal was the only thing that he was in charge of. I'm naturally a planner, and I think of the smallest details. So I've taken over the wedding planning, but I shut down whenever I look at my ring, and I think that I don't have a nice story to tell when I get asked about how did he propose. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I swear. I swear. Nobody's gonna ask. Nobody asks. Nobody asks. They'll be like, oh, is that your ring? Yes, it is. Nobody asks how he proposes, though. Generally, I've not been asked. I've not been asked. Nobody has ever asked. They just ask, how long have you been together? When did you meet? You know, stuff like that. They don't ask when he proposed. No, they don't ask. They don't care. Next story. Maid of honor bashing the groom in her speech, dance floor drama, college mascot tears, vomit, and gift grubbing. Oh, sounds like a very interesting wedding. Okay. I went to a wedding where the maid of honor speech was about 10 minutes of her talking about how many times the couple broke up and got back together, and how much she hated him when she first met him, and grew to hate him more and more every time he broke up with the bride. She talked about a night when she and the bride stayed up all night, consoling her through yet another breakup with the groom. And of course, she made sure to include the story about how she and the bride actually stopped talking for a chunk of time because of him. This was like a 200-person wedding, and the entire ballroom kept looking around, staring at each other in disbelief. Thankfully, the best man went after her and nailed it. No one forgot the maid of honor speech, but it definitely softened the blow. Our friend's dad owned the venue, so when the servers started coming out, we were served our food before the bride and groom. Not good. Our friend was mortified and apologized profusely to the whole table, but she was not, whatever. She looked like she was on the verge of tears. Thankfully, I don't think the wedding party realized, but what venue thinks that's the right decision? Yeah, not good. Anyway, the bride and groom did their first dance. Mother and son, father and daughter, etc., etc. And then they were off taking pictures, I guess, maybe, whatever. And dinner was long over, and we were all just awkwardly sitting at our table or waiting for the dance floor to open up. One of the bridesmaids caught on to how bored everyone was, so she took it upon herself to get the DJ going and starting the dancing. She started a dance-off circle, and everyone finally started having fun. That fun came to a halt when the bride came back and got mad at the bridesmaids for doing this? What? Yelling at her, saying she wanted to be the one who started the dancing. Oh my gosh. The DJ also didn't let a single song play all the way through without some random transition into the next song, or just getting on the microphone to yell some random sentences, trying to be some very bad hype man. Oh no. At the end of the night, the DJ made an announcement that they had a special guest, and out came the groom's college mascot. What? Maybe it would have been fun if it was a big party school or a school with a ton of school spirit, but like everyone who went there, my fiance included, hated it and got out of there as soon as possible. They didn't even have a football team. The mascot's presence also came as a shock to the bride, who wasn't told about this idea, and we could see them in the back of the room bickering about it. I mean, sort of fair, but keep it under the wraps until y'all get home. The bride and groom invited everyone out to the bars after, and literally all of our friends, except those in the wedding party, chose to go home because at that point all we wanted was our beds, and not in a fun way. We got updates from our wedding party friends in the group chat. Bride was again yelling at the one bridesmaid who was now crying. Groomsmen blacked out. Someone lost the credit card. The bride and groom were still bickering about the mascot. Bride later threw up on her dress. Oh gosh. Oh. Messy. What a messy wedding. Oh no. Then about a week after the wedding, anyone who didn't give a gift or cash, the groom reached out to them via text asking if their credit cards weren't working on the registry website. I have my opinion on no gifters, but regardless, I had the hardest time choosing between flares. Oh my gosh, it was a nightmare. Edit to add, when the couple got engaged, the groom's best friend sat him down and told him no one really likes his fiance and asked him if he really wanted to go through with it. They'll be divorced in a year. Oh gosh. Oh, yeesh. All right. This is on theknot.com. This is about a wedding fund. Fiance and I learned something during our engagement. Weddings are expensive. Yeah, no, they really are. I mean, they don't have to be, but they can be. It is important to us to invite every close friend and family member that we could that has helped us grow physically and emotionally into who we are today. And we wanted to plan an event that is representative of who we are as a couple. However, planning and budgeting the wedding in less than 9 months has been daunting. We'd be extremely grateful to if you would consider giving towards our wedding fund. Wow. Okay, that is bold. That is bold. Just coming right out there and sticking it to them. Okay. And then I bet you still expect them to give you a gift too. Not just give to the wedding fund, give them a gift at the wedding as well. Okay. Alright. On Facebook, I've asked my friend to make the wedding cake for me for 75 plus people, and she's coming back asking if I'm contributing to the cost of the cake, as it's going to cost her 300 plus to make it. Am I wrong to be offended that she's not gifting the cake as a wedding present? Oh my gosh. People who offer you a service are not doing it for free. Person in blue is my sister. My wedding is November the 11th. This is the first I'm hearing about it from anyone. ETA, apparently it's because they wanted to get married on the vineyard during the shoulder season, and spring is too cold and they didn't want to wait a year. Okay. Somebody's wedding will be October 21st. This year? Yes. Are they eloping or what? 150 people only. You and blank are invited. They booked an inn. What the crap? Okay. So, I guess the first person is the stepsister. Okay. Wow. Crazy. And that's our last one. If you liked this video, please like this video. Please consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this. And I hope to see you in the next one. I hope you have a good one.